I already know I'm going to get a lot of hate for this video. What is up, my boys? It's Jad back with another Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 discussion video. This is my second time doing this style of video. Like I said, I don't normally do this. I mainly just do gameplays when it comes to news or discussion topics. I don't normally do that. But with DLC not being only a week away, I just thought I just need to give out my honest opinions, my honest thoughts about this DLC. I mean, this DLC was announced months ago and we're just now getting it, so a lot of people have been hyped for the DLC. A lot of that hype died down because of the announcement of Ribrianne. But with the most recent news coming up, we are not only just getting Super Saiyan God Vegeta and Ribrianne, we're also getting Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta and as well as Broly. Now before I give my honest thoughts about this, I just want to say, why is a modder the #1 time patroller again? Seriously, this is like the third time I've seen this shit. These modders are still walking around the fucking servers doing this shit, playing ranked with the god mod and shit. Like, come on now, bro, get out of here with that bullshit, man. Seriously, this shit actually pisses me off. Anyway, that's besides the point. Now, when we got the original announcement for Super Saiyan God Vegeta, I mean, everyone was hyped for him. He was confirmed 4 brand new skills, an ultimate and 3 super attacks. I mean, going off the scans alone, he looked awesome. The attacks looked awesome. This had everybody in the community pretty much jumping out of their seat. We've yet to see an actual gameplay reveal of this character yet, for any character in DLC 9 for that matter, which is weird, but still, just going off the scans and screenshots alone, this looked amazing. A few weeks later, we get the announcement of Ribrianne, the second character in this DLC. The community responded to this character reveal pretty negatively. I mean, are they wrong to? Ribrianne is arguably the most hated Dragon Ball character of all time. And seeing that not only is she a DLC character, but she's in the same DLC pack with Super Saiyan God Vegeta. This turned people off. I mean, people were saying they weren't going to play the game anymore. They said they weren't going to buy the DLC anymore. There needed to be a new awoken skill like Super Saiyan 4, Super Saiyan God in order to compensate for Ribrianne being in this DLC pack. People just generally were not happy with this. Now, there were some people who weren't against this, and I just happened to be one of those people. Don't get me wrong, I cannot stand Ribrianne in Dragon Ball Super, mainly due to the amount of screen time she had and that she would interrupt important events throughout the Tournament of Power arc. So it's understandable why people would be upset that she's in DLC Pack 9. But a lot of people don't realize though is that she's coming with 6 brand new skills. 6. No other DLC character in existence has ever had this many skills unique to them. On top of that, you could put these skills on your custom CACs, your female CACs. Those shits will look pretty cool. I know some people will say how it's bullshit how a character like Ribrianne would get this many skills, and someone like, I don't know, UI Goku only has 3 brand new moves, or something like Jiren only has 3 brand new moves. But the problem is people are putting their perception of the character from the show onto how they will be in the game, and that's just not how it works. Because she's so hated in the show, they hate her in the game as well. Most of the Xenoverse community are from the West, or they're just not from Japan. Obviously, from the Western point of view, our perception of the character is very different from the perception of the Japanese. Ribrianne is wildly popular in Japan, but not only that, it does make sense why she's in this DLC because of how prominent she was in the Tournament of Power arc. As much as we hated her, she did have a lot more screen time than a lot of those fighter warriors from the other universes. If you look back at those screenshots, she doesn't look bad at all. I mean, her skills look pretty good. The model looks pretty good. All around, she might be a good character. Like, again, we have not seen gameplay of her either, or Vegeta, but I mean, she might actually be a good character. People might actually main her. Whenever, you never know. A couple weeks go by, all we're getting is scans of the characters that have already been confirmed, and then the speculation of us possibly getting new characters. I didn't believe it because it was like, there's no way. DLC 9 is literally around the corner, only a couple weeks away, and there's no way they're going to be announcing more characters this late into the game. But the website hadn't been updated for weeks, months. I was like, okay, so what, man? There's no way they're going to be announcing new characters. Turned out I was wrong though, because just recently we've gotten the confirmation of 2 new characters, being Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta as well as Dragon Ball Super Broly. Now, we got this news earlier this morning by the homie Demon Boy and Kenzara on Twitter. Y'all may already know Kenzara's the guy, you know, responsible for leaking stuff when it comes to Dragon Ball, so I will leave the Twitter links in the description down below for you to check them out. Now, this first tweet reads, PS4 Switch Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 DLC information will be delivered this summer. SGSSS Vegeta Evolution Dragon Ball Super Broly. Final Flash becomes faster, and Final Blow moves instantly to in front of your opponent's eyes from anywhere. New skills: Atomic Blast, Final Charge, Flash Strike, Ultimate Final Explosion. The effect after activation changes and he stays not becoming ashes. His new ultimate is Final Galactic Crash. Awakening Skill Conditioner, Awakening Skill SSGSS Acquisition, level 95 or higher. Vegeta Friendship Degree Max. Vegeta's self-bombing technique with various names, has it already been fixed in Final Explosion? Pretty much the same thing here in Xenoverse tweet. I will say though, Flash Strike, Atomic Blast, those are not new skills. Atomic Blast obviously belongs to Majin Vegeta. Flash Strike belongs to just base Vegeta, certain variations of base Vegeta and Mentor Vegeta. Final Explosion, again, that's Majin Vegeta, so those aren't new skills at all. The new skills that he does have, however, are Final Charge and Final Galactic Crash. And Demon Boy mentioned in his tweet that Final Flash becomes faster and Final Blow moves instantly in front of your opponent's eyes. This pretty much confirms that Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta will have more than one preset. A preset with those 5 skills listed and a preset with Final Blow and Final Flash that are buffed. Lastly, another tweet from Kenzaro stating that Broly will be coming to the next DLC. Says it's unsure, it's not 100% confirmation, but he would be coming. And that we don't know if it's going to be base form, Super Saiyan. We don't know what transformation he has yet. There's no skills list for him, so we don't know what form he's going to take. But depending on what Super Saiyan got Vegeta, it's probably going to be his Rage form, if anything. Now with these 2 characters being announced, it has the community hyped again. Everybody's talking about how they're going to be buying the DLC again, how this pretty much made up for them adding Ribrianne to the game. I'm just like, dude, really? Sometimes you guys are just a little too petty. Don't get me wrong, it's cool that we're getting Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta. I love that transformation, as well as Broly. Okay, Broly not so much as Blue Evolution Vegeta. Like a Rage Broly is okay to me. I'm not too crazy with that form. But those 2 characters alone are enough to bring you back into buying the DLC? Like, really? Now we know Bandai is just terrible at listening to the fans and the community and just don't ever give us what we want. But sometimes the community can be just backwards in what they say sometimes. Now let's go back in time to 2017 when they announced Goku Black, Zamasu, and Bojack for DLC 3. One of the biggest concerns for Rose Goku Black was whether or not he'd be a reskin Goku. The majority of the community did not want Rose Goku Black to just be another copy-paste Goku. Considering base Goku Black is just Goku with Aura Slide and Super Black Kamehameha, I can understand why people didn't want this Rose Goku Black to just be a copy and paste of Super Saiyan Blue Goku. They didn't just want new skills for him, they wanted a new combo set as well. We got just that. 3 brand new skills and a brand new combo set unique to him, so he was not a copy and paste Goku at all. And this trend went the same for DLC 4. Zamasu and Vegeta Blue weren't copy and paste. To this point, every new DLC we've gotten has come with brand new characters. This trend went on up into DLC Pack 6 when we did get Goku, but obviously it was Ultra Instinct Goku, so not a copy and paste. I mean, sure, there were already like 5 different Gokus in the base game already, but I mean, it was Ultra Instinct. It made sense at the time. Ultra Instinct was a very popular thing. The Eternal Power arc was still going, so it made sense to give us Ultra Instinct Goku. And this is the same for DLC 8. Yes, we already have 2 Gogetas in the game. We already have a Broly, but Dragon Ball Super Broly just came out during that time. And obviously, to promote the movies more, you release those characters from those movies, regardless if we already have them in the base game. But here's the difference with this DLC. We're getting 2 reskins of Vegeta, another reskin of Broly, and then 1 brand new character. 3 total reskins. Now everybody is hyped for this DLC once again. We have base Vegeta, we have Prince of Destruction Vegeta or Majin Vegeta, we have Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta, we have Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, and then we have baby Vegeta if you want to count him, because technically that is Vegeta with baby inside his body, but I mean technically he doesn't count, but my point still stands. You can make the argument, oh, you didn't complain about Ultra Instinct Goku and there's already like a million Gokus, you just said that. Well, here's the difference between Goku and Vegeta. You didn't have to buy all these different versions of Goku, they're already in the base game. From the business perspective, it makes sense to release that character around that time of the Tournament of Power when Dragon Ball Super is at its height of popularity. Ultra Instinct Goku was a popular form, so it made sense to put him in the game. On top of that, he is the most unique Goku in the game because he has auto dodge, he has very terrible stamina recovery, he has very low defense, and very high attack power. Same thing goes for Gogeta and Broly. It makes sense to release them during the time of the new movie, again from a marketing perspective. However, Super Saiyan God Vegeta and Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta both releasing in the same DLC pack just makes no sense. Yes, both are very popular forms, but if you were going to release a Super Saiyan God Vegeta, you should have released them back in DLC 8 with Broly and Gogeta, because that form is not only affiliated with Broly, but it's affiliated with the movie, which is that same period when that DLC came out to promote the movie. You can make that same argument for Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta. He could have been released last year. probably in DLC 7. It's the fact that we're getting both forms in one DLC, which just doesn't make any sense to me. Like, we are paying money for 2 reskins of Vegeta that could easily just be added as free variation updates. And as for Broly, we just got him in the last DLC. Not only that, but we're getting a weaker version of him in this DLC. Like, that just doesn't make any sense to me. People are saying, oh, they're just gonna have to give him all his forms, like his base form, his rage form, and his Super Saiyan form. But literally, we just got his full power Super Saiyan form in the last DLC, so we're not gonna get just his regular Super Saiyan form because that's nothing special. We don't really care about that. The only forms that really stand out were his full power Super Saiyan form and his rage form. So if anything, we're going to be getting his rage form. Probably not going to be getting his base form, considering the fact that we didn't even get base form of Gogeta or Super Saiyan Gogeta in the last DLC. So what makes you think that we're going to get more forms for Broly but not more forms for Gogeta? And this Broly is definitely going to be a reskin, considering the fact that, I mean, what other moves could you give him? Pretty much every skill that full power Super Saiyan Broly has is what Rage Broly did in the movie. So are they going to give him the exact same skills? Are they going to give him a mixture of full power Super Saiyan Broly skills and DBZ Broly skills? I just don't know what moves they can give this guy. And that seems even more likely considering the fact that Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta is coming with Flash Strike and Final Explosion and Atomic Blast, which are already moves in the base game. So yeah, it's weird, but the most hated character in this DLC is the one that I'm most hyped about. What? Super Saiyan God Vegeta would definitely be a close second because he is coming with 4 brand new skills, but Ribrianne is coming with 6 brand new skills, and she's a brand new character. And that's what a DLC character should be all about, regardless of how much you hate the character. It's new content. One of the biggest complaints in Xenoverse 1 was the fact that the character roster was very small. Majority of the community felt that the character roster was way too small, and so they more than doubled that in Xenoverse 2. I mean, sure, some of those slots are just being taken up by variations of characters. Like, for example, if Great Saiyaman shouldn't be its own character slot. It should just be a variation of Gohan, like it was in Xenoverse 1. I really don't know why they did that still to this day. Well, even with that said, though, when Ribrianne was announced, everybody just straight up dropped the DLC, but people failed to realize that it's not about how much the character is loved or hated, it's just about variety. Do you know why Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 3 is still loved by the community to this day and is still considered one of the best Dragon Ball games of all time? The game is praised for its roster alone. It has so many characters from Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball GT. You can recreate so many iconic fights. The what-if scenarios are endless, and it's the main reason why people still to this day emulate the game and play it and mod it. To this day, that game still holds the record of having the most playable characters in an officially licensed Dragon Ball titled game. You can play as early Dragon Ball characters like Nam. If you guys don't know, he cross-arm dive, that's his move. You can play as Arale, you can play as General Blue, and lesser known Dragon Ball Z characters like Dr. Willow, Garlic Jr., even Bobbity. You heard me, Bobbity. And I hate that piece of shit. Try to name another Dragon Ball game that lets you play as this piece of shit wizard. I'll wait. Again, the roster was one of the biggest complaints about Xenoverse 1. And here we are in Xenoverse 2 with more than double that roster. And what do you mostly see when playing Xenoverse Online? Nothing but CACs and God tier characters like Super Saiyan Blue Goku, Hit, Gogeta, etc. In fact, I find it kind of weird that people are now hyped for Super Saiyan God Vegeta, Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta, but don't even use base Vegeta, Majin Vegeta, Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta, and Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. There's already 4 Vegetas in the base game that have been there since day 1. People hardly even used him. Now I know that's a small minority of players that do actually main Vegeta, but the overwhelming majority of players do not use that character. But now everyone's hyped for DLC now because we're getting 2 brand new forms for Vegeta. And that goes back to what I said about the Xenoverse community being very backwards on what they say sometimes. They ask for new characters, we get new characters, they don't even use half the roster of the game. They don't want reskinned DLC characters, we get reskinned DLC characters, and everyone's hyped for them. But even with all that being said, I'm still going to end up buying the DLC anyways because I just love this game. I mean, despite the problems it has, I mean, I still play it, so I still love the game. I'm going to be buying the DLC, going to be grinding out the parallel quests, get the skills and whatever, but I've been rambling along for a long time. That's going to do it for this video, man. Those are my honest, those are just my honest thoughts about this whole thing. If you guys like hearing my thoughts, go ahead and leave a like. If you didn't, go ahead and dislike. In fact, if you disagree with anything I've said, comment down below your opinions. I mean, I know it's crazy to have an opinion on the internet nowadays, but I mean, everyone's entitled to their own opinion. So if you disagree with me, that's fine. And if you're not subscribed, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos from me in the future, or if you want to see more discussion videos like this from me in the future, because again, I don't normally do these. But again, if you did enjoy it, go ahead and drop a like and drop a sub for me. I really do appreciate that. But anyways, that's gonna do it for me, guys. I'll see y'all in the next video, y'all. Peace out.